ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The gun, the running back looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Buys a little time. Finding an escape route. Smashes ahead. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Wide receiver going in motion. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Still running at the 40. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown USC. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hands it off. Got a little space. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the gun, the inside give. At the 40, there he goes. Speeding down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Foster. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Slips through the line. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job with the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run. Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Breaks into the open. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you roll. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice jump game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north south, and make plays too.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. When you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's on target and complete. They made the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Beebe. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got his man on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And the Trojans in the hurry-up. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these, a big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the catch on the left. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Rushes on him, and it's incomplete on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, he's got some space.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. For all of the star quality that USC has been built on, good offensive line, strong running game has always been a hallmark.
No doubt about it. I think they're built on the passing game and explosive playmakers out wide, but they've always had that balance at USC. You got to have a little bit of the boring to go with the glitz and the glamour.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Foster. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the left side. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, USC.
Here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. On the run, deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Tulsa is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about all along Route 66 for some time.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll turn and throw back right. A dangerous idea.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. This one's complete. At the 45 on his way. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Beebe. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Using the quick game. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Looking downfield very late in the half. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fitted in the window for the score.
The gamble pays off on offense. I know there are a lot of coaches out there that would have just kicked that field goal in the final play of the first half. Instead, they decide to throw it. And when you've seen these two guys hook up as many times as they have in the past, why not just do it? Great job executing. They're on the same page. They get the score in the end zone on the short throw, and they've got the lead going into halftime.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but third and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The give to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. Touchdown, Georgia. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him. Huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
Hey, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Hauls it in. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying, and a great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
And the Trojans want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because fourth down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense is
turning it on. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain. Snap to the back. He'll toss it. Shakes off the defender. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking, we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this 1st down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. On target. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. of the shotgun, they go to the ground. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Off the play fake. It's complete on the right side. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This Bulldog offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
And that was a play they absolutely had to have. 4th down by 1 possession. You've got to find a way. Someone's got to step up and make a play, and they did it right there. That is going to be huge for their confidence.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. Throwing on the run. Catching stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Trojan. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down, they kept chopping wood, they found a rhythm, and in this 4th quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Georgia going up tempo. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out the knee.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. 1st and 10.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great cut.
Makes the grab inside the 30. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I get it. This QB has to make a play. They're trailing in the football game. Time's running out. But, man, we also got to know when to throw that thing away and not take the big loss. Just what this defense needed, trying to preserve the lead late in this football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense.
Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Safe completion on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback? Because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
The field goal unit stays put. They will try to deliver the haymaker and deck them with a touchdown on 4th and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. That's the grab. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. The give from the gun. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense not fooled there in a 2-minute situation. This offense trying to go quick game, trying to catch some blocks to see if they can spring that guy, but the defensive pursuit just too good on that one.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's taking a deep shot. Snatches it on the right. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Now the play fake. Slips a tackle. Now improvising. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And the defense gave up some yards late in the game, but when it mattered most, when the offense had a chance to go in here and take the lead late in this football game, they absolutely closed the door, get the INT, and get the ball back to their offense.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David,